Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Tanya Brand-Barrett, and I am the Associate Vice President, Academic and Research at Cape Breton University. I am also co-chair of the CBU Medical Campus Steering Committee. Welcome to what promises to be yet another monumental day for Cape Breton University and our entire province. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that Cape Breton University is located in Unamaki, the ancestral and the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. We are all treaty people. We also acknowledge the histories, contributions, and legacies of the African Nova Scotia people and communities who have been here for over 400 years. I am pleased to welcome MLAs White and Bain and all of you to our university today. We are so pleased you took the time to join us. I am also very happy to welcome the Honorable Tim Houston, Premier of Nova Scotia. We are thrilled that you are here with us today, and we are inspired by your dedication and commitment to the healthcare of Nova Scotians. I'd like to now introduce the rest of our speakers today. Joining Premier Houston are Brian Comer, Minister responsible for the Office of Addictions and Mental Health, Dr. Jennifer Hall, the Associate Dean of Dalhousie Medicine, New Brunswick, and David C. Dingwall, CBU's 7th President and Vice Chancellor. And without further ado, please allow me to invite to the podium Minister Comer, to provide opening remarks on behalf of the province of Nova Scotia.
Good afternoon, everyone. I take a deep breath here. I'm a little excited today. Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for having me. I'm obviously always glad to have any excuse to be in Cape Breton University, especially when our Premier has been kind enough to come to town. It's a significant day today in the history of Cape Breton, announcing more ways we can address the challenges in healthcare. There's representation here from Cape Breton right across the province and from elsewhere today that I've seen. I'd like to acknowledge Speaker Bain, ML White in attendance today. Thanks for coming and for all that you do for Nova Scotians. As many of you know, before I get into politics, I worked the front lines in healthcare here in Cape Breton as a registered nurse. Made the transition from frontline nursing, which I see a number of students there today, which I think is fantastic, to politics. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me. I've certainly seen the challenges and the gaps in the system myself, how devastating it can be for families when they can't access the care that they need and what it takes to deliver high quality care. So my own frontline healthcare experience is what inspired myself to run for public office, and I know I stand with thousands of other healthcare workers who want to provide a better care for Nova Scotia, especially for rural Nova Scotians that have been long forgotten in many ways. That, my friends, is exactly what we're committed to doing. With the right investments and game-changing ideas, we can make things much better. Better for those who work in healthcare and for those who need to access it. Growing up in Cape Breton, I know firsthand the vital role Cape Breton University plays in the island's growth and success. We've seen transformational changes that have happened at CBU since I walked these halls. Wasn't that long ago, I guess, where I met my beautiful wife. And it's truly been extraordinary, the growth that President Dingwall and the institution has made. And today's announcement will impact future generations of Cape Bretoners to come. Cape Breton University is at the table, and that will have far-reaching benefits for generations to come. I'm proud to see stronger partnerships forming here, new partnerships, and a common goal of finding solutions for all Nova Scotians. It's certainly a privilege to be here today myself to introduce our Honourable Premier, certainly a position I never thought I'd be in when I was working in healthcare on the fishing boat in Port Morion, that's for sure. But I'm pretty blessed to be here. He's certainly a Premier that listened to me since the first time he met me in opposition, and now he's the Premier and he still continues that. A great mentor of mine. I think he would say a close friend. Someone who likes to send a late-night text and cares deeply about our province. He has a bold vision to take our province forward, not just for today, but for generations to come. No one is more committed to these goals than our Premier. So today it gives me great pleasure to invite the Honourable Tim Houston, the Premier of Nova Scotia, to the podium for a special announcement. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a great day. This is a good day. I'm happy to be here. I didn't realize I was going to be seated on a podium, and the last time I was on CTV News with Todd Battist. As soon as I finished the interview, my phone was ringing from my mom, and the first thing she said is, "What kind of socks were you wearing? They were awful bright." So I'm a little self-conscious now in these types of. The second call was from my hairdresser who said, "Do you want an elastic for the ponytail you're growing?" So it's good to be loved. It really is. But it's fantastic to be here with each of you today. This is a good day, and I'm so happy to be joined here by my colleagues. Yes, we're definitely friends, man. I love this guy. I love his passion. He's the first minister in this province of addictions and mental health, and there's a reason for that, because he cares about the health care of Nova Scotians and certainly their mental health. I had a chance to talk to some of these wonderful nurses beforehand, and one of them, I think it was Avery, said he was thinking about, kind of interested in the mental health space, and what a mentor you would have right here in this guy, my friend. So thank you for everything you're doing. And MLA Johnny White, community leader in every sense of the word, Speaker of the House Keith Bain. Thank you, Keith, for your incredible commitment to Nova Scotians. And joined by the Cape Breton caucus of Trevor Boudreau and Alan McMaster. I assure you, the issues of Cape Breton are well voiced at our caucus table. But you're well represented, and all of us, each of us, we ran on a promise that we would deliver solutions for Nova Scotians, and I get it. I know people can be cynical sometimes, and a few Capers heard our promises, and understandably they said, "I'll believe it when I see it," and they weren't alone. Well, today, folks, we're here to give you something to look at. It's happening because today we're responding to the defining challenge of our time, rebuilding and protecting our healthcare system. And we're doing that with a historic investment that is rooted right here in Cape Breton. We are going to build a new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Thank you. And we're also building, thank you so much. And we are also building a collaborative care clinic at the existing Marconi site. And we're expanding the university's health and counseling center. All of these things are happening, folks. All of them. We will do everything we can to give more local families better services closer to home. We will do everything we can. Now, I keep getting asked about the price tag. And I keep answering that when it comes to healthcare, we are going to spend whatever it takes. We will not scrimp. We will spend what it takes. But still, people want to know a number. So here it is, folks. This is a $58.9 million investment in the future. Thank you. This is a $58.9 million investment in the future of Cape Breton, in the future of healthcare in Nova Scotia. And it's a good investment, folks. But I also say if folks really want a number, I have a couple better ones for you as well. And here's the first one I want to share, 30. That's the number of new doctors who will be graduating from CBU's campus each and every year. To me, thank you. To me, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. It really is. When I was first briefed on the wait list, I asked a simple question: why don't we just train more doctors? So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And it's not just new doctors, but also in many ways a different type of doctor. A doctor with exceptional skills, skills in the area of family medicine, skills to deal with the rural health needs like aging, fragility, skills to deal with diseases that are prevalent in our rural communities, skills to support Indigenous health and African Nova Scotian health. This campus will train people who are ready and who are excited to practice medicine in rural communities. That is the best way to do that is to admit students who come from rural communities. That's the way you do that, folks. Students who will commit to practicing in rural Nova Scotia. Doctors who are ready to hit the ground running faster in rural Nova Scotia. Those are the types of students that will take priority for admission to this medical school. So this is a good thing. Now, if you'll indulge me, let me give you a second number that I think is important, 10,000. Because that's the number of patients here in Cape Breton who will use the collaborative care clinic every single year. More access. More access, better care delivered faster. That's what this clinic will mean for Cape Bretoners and for Nova Scotians. This is how we fix healthcare, one solution at a time. That's why Nova Scotians elected us, to fix a broken system, to tackle the long-term problems, to work with healthcare workers who have sacrificed so much to give you the better care that you deserve. And I will tell you, folks, we're making progress. There is still so much work to be done. There's no question. There is a lot of work to be done, but we're getting there. And I promise you, I will not kick this can down the road the way it has happened in the past. It will not happen on our watch. We will deal with this straight on. We are acting. And in two words, our plan can really be explained as more, faster. Do more and do it faster. We're building more healthcare facilities. We're investing in technology. The investment in one patient, one record, long overdue. It will change healthcare. We're investing in technology. We're training and recruiting more nurses. We're working hard to get our nurses that are already here to stay here. So thank you to them. We're offering more care through pharmacies, through an expansion of scope of practice. And today, we're talking about building a new medical school campus devoted to rural family medicine right here on Cape Breton, the best island in the entire world. Keith Bain said, if you only say one thing today, please say Cape Breton is the best island in the entire world. So great. But folks, I am so grateful to be here in this room today, full of people working so passionately to build this solution, so passionately to make your community stronger, a room full of solutionists. And I'm so proud that our government is able to provide the funding that's necessary to support you, provide the funding that's necessary to make it happen. We will get this right. We will get it right for the long term. The work is not done. But today we're closer. and I will not rest until we get there, and we will get there. And I would just say, and in terms of this medical school, I know it will be everything that this province needs it to be. I know this will work. And the reason I know it will work, and the reason I have no doubt that it will work, is David Dingwall. This man is going to make it happen. And all we have to do is support him. So, David, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your vision and your commitment to our community, for sure. But folks, let's get this done. Let's work together to make Nova Scotia everything it can possibly be. Thank you for being here today. It's my absolute honor to be with you. Thank you.
Mr. Premier, thank you. If anyone can find the appropriate words to convey our gratitude, it is our next speaker. Before becoming president of Cape Breton University, David Dingwall had a distinguished political career, including holding the portfolio of Federal Minister of Health. He's been a corporate CEO, including president and CEO of the Royal Canadian Mint. He's had a prominent legal career, been a corporate director, a distinguished public speaker, visiting lecturer, and an author. He has been an outstanding mentor to many Cape Bretoners and Canadians, helping them establish their own careers and make a mark across our country. And now, under his direction, Cape Breton University has advanced dramatically with new strategic, academic, and research plans, a new CBU brand, unprecedented enrollment growth, a revitalized campus with plans for future growth and development, a medical campus at CBU, new programs, including a Bachelor of Social Work, and he has guided us through the pandemic. Please join me in welcoming Cape Breton University's 7th President and Vice Chancellor, David C. Dingwall.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson, members of the Board of Governors, faculty and staff, my friends John White and Keith Bain, distinguished platform guests, ladies and gentlemen. Premier, on January the 27th, 2023, you made history for Cape Breton University by announcing a medical campus for our island. Well, sir, today marks another monumental day for this institution with the announcement of $58.9 million to fund that medical campus. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in showing our thanks to Premier Tim Houston and his colleagues. This investment is nothing short of transformational. It is the single largest investment in the history of Cape Breton University by any government ever. I want to again extend my sincere appreciation to you, Premier, to your staff for your foresight and your faith in this initiative, in us, in our partner, Dalhousie University. We will demonstrate every day that your faith is well placed as we work to open the doors of our new medical campus. Now, this investment will provide teaching and learning spaces that are modern and innovative and feature the latest in simulation technology. It will establish a collaborative clinic that is state-of-the-art, accessible, has capacity for up to 10,000 patients. And it will expand our health and counseling center to offer a healthy and healing space for anyone who's needing support. But more important is the learning that will take place with these new facilities. The new Cape Breton Medical Campus provides an opportunity to do things dramatically different. From the students we admit, to the places where they train, from the case studies they work on together, to the clinical faculty with expertise in rural and family medicine who support them. This will be a campus with a rural heartbeat, instilling a rural mindset within the next generation of doctors. Simply put, the investment here today will change the face of healthcare in Cape Breton and in rural Nova Scotia. We know, sir, that healthy communities are thriving communities. Today, we take a major step forward in improving the collective health of all of our citizens. It's no secret that the provision of comprehensive, universal, and accessible health care is one of our greatest challenges today. Not just here in Nova Scotia, but across the entire country. And it's easy to become disheartened and dismay and feel despair for our future. But you know, in his appeal for peace some 60 years ago, the former President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, told the Irish Parliament, and I quote, "The problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics or cynics, whose horizons are limited by the obvious realities. We need people who can dream of things that never were and ask, why not?" End of quote. Premier, I applaud you for your commitment to healthcare and to the people of this province and for supporting innovative solutions. This dream, sir, will become our collective reality. As a former Minister of Health at the national level, I've seen the need for these types of investments in communities across this country, from the west coast of Newfoundland to the interior of British Columbia, all across the prairies to the communities of Northern Ontario and to the Gaspé Coast in Quebec. All have similar challenges. But I have also seen the enormous impact and long-lasting change that result from these types of investments. Sir, on behalf of the university, the citizens of our island, municipal and provincial representatives at all levels, please accept our heartfelt and deep and sincere appreciation. Thank you, Premier Tim Houston.
Thank you, President Dingwall. The future indeed looks bright, and we are so looking forward to what lies ahead for our university and for our community. It is now my great pleasure to we'll do that later. It's my pleasure to invite Dr. Jennifer Hall, Associate Dean of Dalhousie Medicine, New Brunswick, to say a few words about the impact this announcement will have on rural communities.
Thank you very much, honored guests. Wow, what a great announcement. And I'm from another province, and I'm even excited about it. So, wonderful day. So on behalf of the Faculty of Medicine at Dalhousie University, I am very pleased to be here at this momentous announcement. When government and institutions choose a collaborative approach to addressing health systems needs, extraordinary things are possible. The funding and construction of the state-of-the-art medical sciences building is a transformative decision that will have long impacts on healthcare in the region. Future students can be assured that they are receiving world-class medical education in a facility that reflects their ambitions and their talents. Our data has shown that over 60% of all physicians practicing in Nova Scotia have at some point trained at Dalhousie at one point in time. It's clear that there's an important strategy for the sustainability of any provincial healthcare system is to have physicians live and work in the province and to train more of them. That's what this afternoon's announcement will help to achieve. Going back in 2010, Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick was founded on the idea that would nurture and inspire physicians to stay and work in the province that shaped them and help address the healthcare needs of their communities. The partnership between the province of New Brunswick, the University of New Brunswick, and Dalhousie University has resulted in one of the best, maybe if not the best, distributed medical education experiences in Canada, one that is of envy of many of the medical programs across the country. We see the same exciting possibility with Cape Breton campus and the students who will ultimately train here. What makes the distributed campus model of education so important? Well, at DMNB, it was the focus that we place on strengthening the ties of the students with their community. Through multiple programs, we provide students with the opportunity to build connections with their community, giving them a better feel for the rewards of practicing in communities in the province, large and small. We believe in the importance of this model of medical education because it is these relationships that increase the likelihood that students will stay and work in a more rural, community-based setting during their residency programs and their practice. This medical campus will be successful with the engagement and support of physicians in Cape Breton, who, by building on the excellent medical education they currently provide to Dalhousie medical students in their core clinical year of their MD program and the family medicine residency program, they will serve as teachers, mentors, role models, and ultimately colleagues of these future physicians who trained right here on this campus. In closing, I'd like to thank the Government of Nova Scotia and Cape Breton University for their support and partnership as we prepare to train the physicians of tomorrow for this region and other regions of the province. On behalf of the Faculty of Medicine and our Dean, Dr. David Anderson, we offer sincere congratulations on making today a reality, and we look forward to a long-lasting and productive relationship. Many thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. Your support and assistance through this process has been so helpful and gratefully acknowledged. This community, like our university, has a rich and proud history. Our character, our resilience, our determination, was built on the backs of those who made steel and mined coal. They have been the beacons of strength that have helped to light the way and show us just how strong we can be, because perseverance will triumph. This concludes the formal portion of this afternoon, and we invite you to gather with us in the Great Hall to celebrate this historic announcement, where we will be joined by the world-renowned men of the deeps. Thank you all for being here today. It is one we will not forget.